This video, I'm going to show you the problem with ignoring what is with manifestation, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do instead. This is the thing that makes all the difference, the thing that I think holds so many people into resistance, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron, and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you that of understanding why you should not ignore what is. Ignore your current reality with manifestation. And I'm going to show you exactly what to do instead. Now this is the thing. So many people hear this. I think that maybe it's Abraham Hicks. And I'm not dogging on Abraham Hicks at all. However, I think I see what they mean, like vibrationally ignore what's going on. Like don't emotionally react and resist what is. But the way a lot of people interpret that is it's like it's coming from a certain level of consciousness where it's like trying to escape the moment. Ignoring what is, ignoring your current reality is actually the exact opposite of raising your vibrational state of consciousness. You know, this is about the more we raise our vibration, the more magical our life becomes. But the thing is when we are resisting the present moment, what we are saying is I'm going to ignore what's all around here because if I can escape and get to somewhere I'm currently not, then I can finally be happy. And what happens is many times we have this escape mentality when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to the reality that we're experiencing. So the key to this is understanding that we don't want to escape the present moment, because by escaping the present moment, we are putting out a level of resistance. We are vibrationally saying, this reality is not good enough, I want to be somewhere else. And what happens is as time goes on, we will continue to say that over and over again. Even when we get a certain manifestation that we want, we will vibrationally be saying the same thing. We can't actually allow it to come into our life until we actually become at complete peace with what is. Understanding that what is beautiful. What is something we can learn to observe. What is not something to actually resist. Now, what a lot of people say to me is that they want to create something in their life, and if they could finally get that thing, then they would be happy, which also goes about it in a different way. It's saying, if this, then I can be happy, then I can be in the vibrational state. And what happens is when we're trying to escape, we're trying to chase that feeling, we're trying to chase that emotion, what happens is we're vibrationally saying and putting out resistance, which then, think about it, whatever you feel in the present moment, you experience a reality that is equal to that feeling. And if you are ignoring what is, resisting, which ignoring in a way is resisting. Ignoring, you could say, I guess from a certain perspective, you could say ignoring is just not giving energy to. But I believe that part of the spiritual practice of life is including in what is. And where I was going a second ago, I remember the train of thought that I had. It was, sometimes people will say, well, I want to get out of the current job that I'm in. I want to get into some other job. So what they do is they focus on maybe some other job they might want to have, having a resume, going to some other place. This is the thing though. When we have that intention, instead of that, what would be more powerful is doing something that I learned from Think and Grow Rich, which is more than fill your present space. Which means instead of resisting the job you had, I remember the last couple of months I was working my 9-to-5 job before I went and did YouTube full time. What happened is I was almost resisting being there sometimes. I'd go in, I'm like, well, I could be filming videos right now. And selling women's shoes at a place where it wasn't very busy, I'd be standing around sometimes for 3 or 4 hours without a customer. I'm thinking 3 or 4 hours, I could have filmed this many number of videos. And I would resist it. But then what I did is I made it a spiritual practice to be there. I more than filled my present space. I would focus on being present with the customers that were there even though I didn't want to be there, and by doing that it was almost like there was a more magical energy and I would do even better, and I went full-time even quicker doing what I love. So same for a lot of people that I recommend that may be working 9-to-5 jobs that they're not passionate about. What I would recommend you do is you focus on more than filling your present space, which almost means you're even more in the present moment. You integrate with the present moment rather than resist the present moment and want to escape it. No escaping the present moment, no escape. the present moment A, okay? Because when we do that, we create resistance A, all right? This is the key, and it's about understanding that rather than ignoring the reality that you are in, what I would say is be the version of you that you prefer to be. I call it being as if, not acting as if, because acting as if implies that you aren't currently the version of you that you prefer to be. Acting as if implies that you're going to eventually give up the act and go home because you're just an actor for a short period of time. It's like you're acting in a movie and you're like, okay, I'm at work right now, I'm acting, and then you go home and you let go of the actor or the character, and then that's who you are now. Now, being as if is very simple, and it doesn't ignore the current reality. It just brings through, it integrates in a version of you. It brings in a vibration of you that you prefer to be. Now here's what being as if is. This is what I recommend you do instead of the ignoring what is and trying to escape. You know, I guess in a way as well, it depends on the energy you're bringing forth with this process. If the energy you're bringing forth is I'm trying to escape the present moment, which I think a lot of people that have that talk about this, that is normally the intention. It's ignoring the reality of what is. It's like if I was like, oh, I want to be speaking on stage in front of people and stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna ignore this reality, but look at this reality. And I know it's not, I'm not trying to brag and say, oh, look how cool I am, I'm at this really cool place. But what I'm saying is, it takes the joy out of the present moment, and it takes out the love and the enjoyment of what is here now. Now, a minute ago I was talking about the being as if. Now, being as if, this is what you do, and this is the most powerful manifestation process I have ever found. This is what you do. You imagine the version of you that you prefer to be. The version of you that's killing the game. The version of you that's doing what you love for a living. The version of you that's in the perfect relationship. The version of you that is the ideal version of you. You identify with it. You identify it, you see what that is. Now, what you do is you notice this version of you. Now, first thing you notice as well is the version of you that you currently are. The version of you that you currently are, you've told yourself a certain story, you've had certain ways that you've thought, felt, and acted that has this personality, this identity that you currently are. You recognize that for what it is. You see, it led you to where you are now. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just a story. It's just a way that you've been living. Now what you do is you recognize that. Okay, that's that. Then you identify the version of you you prefer to be. The best, most embodied version of you. The most authentic version of you. The version of you that's living your dream lifestyle. That has all these characteristics that you enjoy. You imagine that version of you. Now, with parallel realities, that version of you already exists. So like a radio tuner that you tune to a certain frequency, and when you tune into that frequency, then you pick up on that station. In the same way, you realize that that version of you already exists. It's just experiencing its life because it's acting. That version of you is acting, feeling, and thinking a certain way. Now, you notice that. You say that version of you, what you do is you imagine that version of you using imagination, which allows you to vibrationally connect to that version of you. And in meditation, you can do this in meditation, you imagine how you think, feel, act. What are your habits like in that reality? What are your beliefs in that reality that version of you has? And what you do is you imagine it, you feel into it, you think of it, you do meditation every day and connect to it. Then you simply decide that's who you are now. That is who you will be. That is being as if. And that's who you are now. That's not something you do for a period of time and then you go back to some other identity. That's who you are now. That is exactly how I went full-time on YouTube. I just decided I am a full-time YouTuber now. I looked at the version of me. It was literally like, I tell this story a lot, but I was walking around my house and I had this feeling. I had this sense that if I made videos every single day for a year, my life would transform. In a way, the future version of me was giving me a message that said, hey, Aaron, I know what this route looks like if you make this choice right now. I did that, and within 3 to 6 months, I was a full-time YouTuber. I embodied that. I imagined, what would the full-time YouTuber version of me believe? And I realized that that version of me would believe that making daily videos that added value to people was the most powerful thing I could do. That if I got up every day and did that, I'd get a certain result. So I was thinking, feeling, and acting in alignment with the full-time YouTuber Aaron. You see? That is what I think is even more powerful than ignoring your current reality and not enjoying the moment. Now, if it's just you're ignoring, I don't know, the resistance, you're not giving importance to certain things, that could be okay. You're ignoring maybe certain things, but I really think just integrating is more powerful. I think integrating yourself into becoming at peace with it is more powerful than ignoring the whole reality in of itself. It's like if you're walking around your house, you're like, no, I'm not walking around my house right now, I'm walking around a castle. What if you could see your house as a castle? Then you're not really ignoring it, you're appreciating it in a new way, and in that gratitude, you can then perceive of something even more amazing that you could vibrationally be a part of. But don't walk around your house trying to ignore it like, oh, that's not a broken dishwasher, that's a magical clean. Like, it's about, you can have fun with your imagination, but the thing that I say is more powerful is integrating and becoming at peace, having gratitude for where you currently are. Imagine how funny it would look if I was trying to tone out this reality. You know, the thing is we may agree that, oh, having like a pool and this really nice view is more amazing than living in some house in the middle of Las Vegas or something like that. But that's just an idea in our mind. And it's all just relative. But how funny would it look if I was like, nope, I'm not in this beautiful Airbnb, I'm not here right now. I'm imagining myself doing live events. That's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna ignore this reality. It looks ridiculous, right? Well, think about it in relation to other parts of the world. You got people in different parts of the world that live in third world countries where they barely have food. They barely have shelter. We were recently in Tulum, Mexico, and Tulum, Mexico is amazing, but you go, I was driving around on a moped, and I go into more of a more rundown, not so abundant part of the city, and there's literally parks with like little sticks that have a little bit of shelter, and they have kitchens, and that's where they cook. And it kind of reminded me that, you know, some people live very differently than we live. And to that person, maybe living in a house with shelter and living with like a kitchen with food that stays cold is like the version of living here now. But see, there's a certain level of appreciation that's lost when we're trying to escape the moment. We're trying to tone it out and trying to be somewhere else. You so feel the present moment, you so much feel gratitude, that in that gratitude, in the acceptance of what is, in that integration of what is, what ends up happening is you more than fill your present space. And then you can experience a reality that's even more amazing. But like I said, the most powerful thing that I recommend you do instead is just continue and just decide to be as if the version of you prefer to be. Take on the habits, the thought patterns, the actions, the emotions, the beliefs of the version of you that is the best version of you. And as you do that, you will eventually see that your reality begins to shift to it. But that version of you is so into the present moment, that version of you is so accepting of what is because it knows its reality that it doesn't have to escape the present moment. It doesn't have to ignore what is because what is beautiful. Make it a spiritual practice to be more here now. Make it a spiritual practice to really embody the present moment. And what you'll find is that then things happen even easier for you. Remember, you experience a reality that is equal to your vibration. So if you want to experience a reality that is more in alignment with you being in a high vibration, you have to raise your vibration. And one of the most powerful ways to raise your vibration is to become aware of where your current vibration is. And then I recommend meditation. I believe that one meditation can absolutely change your life. If you haven't calibrated your vibration yet, you can go to whatsmyvibration.com, or you can click in the top of the description box below. That's whatsmyvibration.com. It's a quick, takes 1 or 2 minutes to fill out a survey which will calibrate your different thought processes and your feelings and your actions, and it will show you where your vibration is in the form of an archetype. Then what you can do is you will get 2 meditations from me, so 2 premium meditations that will help you get to the next level. Plus, I'll send you emails as to how to get to the next level of consciousness. Completely free, takes a couple minutes to do, and it will show you how to get to the next archetype. Whatsmyvibration.com, and then listen to those meditations and watch how your life begins to change. So, with that being said, let me know if you want me to make more videos like this, especially more videos outside. Let me know. I got up early today and the lighting seems to be much better than normal. And other than that, as always, I will talk to you in the next video. Peace, much love, and namaste.